Slow day.
Now serving CBS 2025.
For tomorrow across the Upper Peninsula, can't rule out a little bit of haze to start out your morning, but we are expecting lots of sunshine and fairly seasonal temperatures. More details on your weekend coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, President Trump is increasing his steel tariffs and Elon Musk is staying on as a special advisor. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. Plus, from the Mackinac Policy Conference, the director of the Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy spoke about efforts to reduce energy costs in Michigan homes. And running through tomorrow, it's Petunia Pandemonium in Marquette. We'll check out the beautification efforts. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
All right, a first look at your forecast in the First Warning Weather Center. For temperatures tonight will be some of us into the upper 30s, and we do have some 40s. It's going to be a little chilled tonight. Remember, there was a cold front, not only bringing the wildfire smoke, but bringing some colder temperatures. That's going to continue a little bit for tomorrow, though we do have the sunshine. It'll be fairly seasonal, maybe a little bit chilled at times, but we are expecting lots of sunshine. More details on your weekend and the week ahead in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you. President Trump told steel workers in Pennsylvania that he's going to double the tariff rate on steel. The increase could further push up prices for the metal used to make housing, auto, and goods. Erica Brown reports from the White House.
Today, I have a major announcement, and are you ready to hear this?
Shortly after President Trump took the stage at a Pennsylvania steel plant Friday evening, he announced he's doubling his tariff on steel imports to the U.S.
We're going to bring it from 25% to 50%, the tariffs on steel into the United States of America, which will even further secure the steel industry in the United States.
The president delivered the news as he touted a deal between U.S. Steel and Japan's Nippon Steel.
Thank you, Elon.
Earlier Friday, Trump hosted a farewell news conference for Elon Musk, gifting him a novelty gold key in the Oval Office. Musk is getting out of Doge after serving as a special government employee, a role that carries a limit of 130 days. The president says Elon Musk may continue as an unofficial advisor.
Elon's really not leaving. He's going to be back and forth, I think. I have a feeling. It's his baby.
So I look forward to continuing to be a friend and advisor to the president, continuing to support the Doge team.
During Musk's time in government, tens of thousands of federal workers across more than 24 agencies were laid off in a push to cut the size of government. Spending cuts initiated by Doge have come in well below Musk's original target of $2 trillion, roughly the size of the entire national deficit.
That number will probably go over $200 billion soon.
During the event, the president also addressed his administration's efforts to broker a deal to end the war in Gaza.
Well, they're very close to an agreement on Gaza.
The White House says Israel backed and supported the proposed 60-day ceasefire agreement in Gaza. Hamas officials say they are studying the proposal closely before giving a formal answer.
Under the proposal, Hamas would release 10 living hostages and a number of bodies during the 2-month pause in exchange for more than 1,100 Palestinians imprisoned by Israel. On the last day of the Mackinac Policy Conference, state officials are talking about lowering utility prices for Michiganders. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with the director of EAGLE to bring us more on how families can take advantage of the savings.
With the official launch of the Michigan Home Energy Rebates Program, households across the state could get access to up to $34,000 to make their homes more energy efficient.
Yeah, Marquette was one of the two cities, Marquette and Holland, that piloted the My Home Energy Rebate Program. And it's just really exciting.
There are two parts to the program. The first is a home efficiency rebate, which can be used on things like insulation, air sealant, HVAC, or windows to make your home more energy efficient. The second part focuses on home appliances and electrification, which can be spent on new appliances like an electric stove or a heat pump to save energy.
It's under the general theme of bringing the benefits of clean energy to everyday Michiganders so they can save money, they can have more comfortable homes, all the other benefits.
Ruse says in other areas, the department has been working with state and federal partners to make sure programs continue to receive funding. Most of the federal funding Eagle receives requires state money to match. Without it, Eagle's efforts to replace lead pipes, water infrastructure, and clean up brownfields could be halted.
There may be questions about what will or will not get approved in terms of future programs. We don't speculate too much on those because some of it's out of our hands. But this is an important, and we also have a Solar for All program that are fully appropriated, fully funded, and we can just move forward with them and get the benefits into the hands of everyday people.
The program is especially focused on helping low to moderate income families with all costs covered for those most in need. Households across the state can get connected with contractors to start their upgrades at michigan.gov/home energy rebates. Ruse says while it is about saving money, it's also about comfort, quality of life, and a cleaner future for Michigan.
On Mackinac Island, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The southern gateway to the city of Marquette just got a little brighter as hundreds of flowers are in the process of being planted along South Front Street. Petunia Pandemonium is in full swing with 240 Bothwell Middle School students spreading out along the busy thoroughfare to plant flowers and beautify the corridor. Put on by the Marquette Beautification and Restoration Committee, the event is in its 38th year and attracts over 400 volunteers and costs around $35,000 per year. Pandemonium coordinator Barb Kelly says the flowers make a nice first impression to those entering the city from the south.
I do think it creates a lot of community pride and shows them by a simple act of planting a small plant that you can create something beautiful that lasts for 5 months and makes a lot of people really happy when they drive through here.
Tomorrow is the big day when the public is invited to come out and plant flowers. Those interested should meet at the McCabe's Carpet Store parking lot at 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Sunday, June 1st is National Cancer Survivors Day, a day to recognize those who have survived the disease and also to raise awareness for research and resources to support cancer survivors. New research shows the number of survivors is growing and physical activity can improve survival for people with many types of cancer. Bradley Blackburn has more.
Keep your elbows back and now push it out.
After 5 surgeries for breast cancer, getting active again was very important to Renee Shuttlewich.
My upper body strength was so weak. I needed to regain the strength, increase the mobility in my arms, reduce the fatigue and the weakness that came after post-surgery.
She found Strength for Life, which provides free exercise classes for cancer survivors.
Arms straight.
Co-founder Deborah Hughes is a cancer-certified exercise specialist.
Our main mission is to get the strength training in, and we use resistance bands to do that. Our full body exercise splits up the body parts to help with lymphatic flow.
80-year-old Saul Hummel started taking classes while undergoing radiation for prostate cancer.
I needed to do something. I felt stagnated. So this was wonderful.
New research from the American Cancer Society shows moderate to vigorous physical activity after a cancer diagnosis improves survival for people with many types of cancer.
This is really great news because it continues to demonstrate that patients and caregivers can put their own future in their hands.
And the number of survivors is growing. An estimated 18.6 million people currently in the United States, more than 22 million by 2035.
That's a reflection of really good early detection strategies as well as a lot of progress in the types of treatments we use.
67-year-old Amy Stadler is a breast cancer survivor.
If you had said to me that I would be able to do push-ups after a double mastectomy, I would have said, you're kidding me.
Regaining strength and so much more.
They know what you're going through on your cancer journey.
It's a support group. It's a family.
And in this family, no one fights alone.
The new report finds the number of women breast cancer survivors will reach 5.3 million in 10 years, an increase of 1 million from this year. The American Cancer Society says this marks the largest projected growth among the top 10 most prevalent cancers. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, a Michigan girl finds a message in a bottle that traveled all the way from Hawaii to Florida. And we highlight the winner of this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee. We're back in 2 minutes.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties of vegetables and flowers to choose from. Open daily, come see why people travel over 100 miles to Tony's Green Thumb. Tony's Green Thumb, where beautiful gardens begin.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture. It's the biggest sale of the year all month long on all Maytag major appliances. Buy 2 select laundry appliances and get up to $100 in bonuses. May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
You have questions. Are your elected representatives in Washington working for you? Or do they stand on the issues and what's in it for you?
Get the answers you need on WZMQ 19 News. I'm Rachel Knapp.
And I'm Brendan Scanlon. Our job is reporting on Michigan's officials in Washington, covering and uncovering what they're doing, and then reporting directly to you. WZMQ 19's Washington Bureau works for you.
And we deliver.
Quality information straight from Capitol Hill. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. Thanks for being here. As we head into the weekend, maybe you want to get outside and fish. It is going to be a 3 out of 4 star day for your Blades bait and tackle fishing outlook tomorrow, but there's a few things to keep in mind. It is still going to be a little bit windy. We could see some wind gusts up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour, and it's from the north, so it's going to be a little chilled. And remember, we might still have some of that wildfire smoke kind of hanging around, so if you are going to be outside, it's best not to stay out for too long, especially if you have respiratory issues. And another thing to keep in mind, we don't have a tornado watch or tornado warning for the area, but for some people in Georgia recently, they were driving. You can see the navigation going on their car right now, and they had a tornado. Very close call. It did move past the road. They definitely, if I had to guess, are not storm chasers, but even storm chasers don't normally get this close to tornadoes. It's not a safe distance to be. If you ever get caught in that situation, you need to pull over and find some sort of shelter, whether that's into the woods or something. Anything better than driving towards it. Something to keep in mind for any potential tornado warnings or watches into the future. The only warnings we do have right now, we do have a beach weather hazard, but again, with the air quality warning, I don't anticipate or I don't encourage you being outside, especially with the colder temperatures too. So this air quality warning is across the entire Upper Peninsula and even into Wisconsin here, and you can see the future smoke as we head through tomorrow morning. Most of it will stay out to Wisconsin, but even some of the blue and the yellow and into Marquette at times, it's likely going to creep back in. Just depends on where that high pressure system is going to circulate. Could still bring some smoke down. Now, we did have some cloudy skies and some winds today. As we start to clear that out and we're left with clear skies and sunshine, we're likely going to be able to see and maybe even feel the haze a little bit more tomorrow and even through the weekend. First morning weather futurecast, a little bit of this is going to be mixed with that haze, but for the most part, we're going to have the on and off cloud cover as well as the on and off smoke still from the Canadian wildfires. This is the overall really theme of the weekend. The air quality warning at the moment is for Saturday morning for that to end, but could get extended. It just depends on where the winds are. Wind directions in particular are very hard to forecast and predict sometimes. But yeah, once we get through the weekend, I think a lot of things will start to improve. We'll get the clear skies, we'll get the sunshine, and we will get some warmer temperatures. So again, make sure to close those those windows tonight and seal up any cracks in the doors, maybe with some towels. We'll get sunshine on the way to close out May. Sunday marks June 1st. We'll be into the mid-60s with sunshine. Once we pass that, we start off the week ahead near 80 degrees, maybe even some places getting into the lower 80s. We're really going to turn on the heat here, and it'll stay for about 24, maybe 48 hours. We're still going to be fairly seasonal. We will get some showers to deal with midweek, but Monday looking like the pick of the week.
Kelly, thank you very much. A young girl from Michigan made an interesting discovery while vacationing with her family in Florida. Here's the story of how a message in a bottle traveled hundreds of miles of ocean to find her.
I was just walking and then...
Michigan 5th grader Josie Law describes how she made a cool beach find while vacationing on Anna Maria Island.
And the wave went, like, it crashed into each other, so I almost went back, but I grabbed it really quick and then I showed my mom.
At first, she thinks...
a piece of trash, and then I saw the note in the bottle. I was like, it's a note in a bottle.
The note with a paper origami dated August 17, 2018 reads,
"Hello people who found this. You will be happy that you found this. Why? 'Cause you will know me with this number."
And I just popped into my phone and decided to text. I didn't really want to call, but they texted me back.
Turns out
it was actually a 21-year-old girl from Hawaii and her little brother who had also found a message in a bottle there in Hawaii when they were kids. So they decided to do it, thinking nothing of it, and we found it here on Anna Maria Island.
That lady, then 13, and her brother 8, told 10 Tampa Bay they didn't expect someone to find it, let alone all the way over here in Florida.
Very shocked, that we got a message back and that it turned into this.
But some are skeptical.
Everyone got their own theories, but Mother Nature's the only one to count for this.
Mom says if for nothing else, it's a teaching moment.
The whole mystery and the whole, adventure, it's very, very cool for kids. They want to learn about it.
A 13-year-old from Texas swept this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee, beating out hundreds of the nation's brightest young spellers. But the moment almost didn't happen with a flub late in the game. Jared Hill tells us the details.
In the finals for the 100th Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Now, let's all of us take a deep breath.
A search for calm and clarity.
And
that did not help at all.
Before Faizan Zaki breezed through his winning word.
ECLAIRCISSEMENT. That is correct.
The 13-year-old dropping to his knees after perfectly working his way through a word that, ironically, means a clearing up of something obscure.
I just kept on studying and studying and studying, and then now I'm here. I have the trophy.
The comeback, a year in the making, following a second-place finish last year, almost didn't happen.
Kamalina.
K-A-M... Oh, okay, wait. Let me think.
Jumping the gun on his second-to-last word.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Stung with the spelling bug early, he's been competing since he was just 7 years old. This time, besting 243 contestants. Among the 9 finalists, an 11-year-old whose cool demeanor charmed the crowd.
This is surprising.
And a 14-year-old taking his last shot at the title.
Does this word come from English Muhlenbergi, which is a genus?
Faizan is just the 5th runner-up to return and win, taking home $52,000. His plan?
We're not the richest, but we're not the poorest, so I want to give back to the people who might not be as fortunate as me.
Donate a large portion to charity.
30 of the past 36 champions of the Scripps National Spelling Bee have been Indian American. Mike Ludlum heads your sports highlights after the break. Escanaba and Kingsford compete for a district title and some baseball. And we'll have that and more when we come back.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in, sign up, it's easy. Go to upersunited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV19.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. Upper Peninsula baseball and softball districts have been decided and trophies awarded. In Division II baseball, Escanaba edged Houghton 1-0 in one semifinal. The Eskimos' Cannon Arndt and Houghton's Jackson Vondolowski both pitched very well. Nolan Bink's RBI single in the fourth inning brought home the only run for the Eskimos. Kingsford downed Sault Ste. Marie 9-1 in the other semifinal, setting up a district title contest between the Flivers and Eskimos. Kingsford's Pablo Finley gets the big RBI hit in the fifth inning, and that will allow to run to score, and Kingsford would end up taking a 1-0 lead as the runner slides home head first. The Maize and Blue keep the momentum going in the sixth. Joey Weber in the batter's box, and he is going to put one just far enough into the outfield over the drawn-in infield, and that's good enough to get a run home to make it 2-0. Mr. Finley would be back in the batter's box, and he's going to get a base hit that would allow 2 more runs to score. Flivers go on to win this one 7-1, and believe it or not, that's Kingsford's first district title. The Flivers' next game is Wednesday at Sheboygan against an opponent to be determined. We'll move to Division III. In the semifinals, it was Menominee prevailing over Superior Central 2-0. Gladstone, no trouble with Iron Mountain 16-3. So let's go to the district final between Gladstone and Menominee. Dylan Beal pitched very well in the first game against Superior Central. This one is going to be a sacrifice fly, and that will bring home a run, obviously, and Menominee has a 2-0 lead. David Mattinen is up next, runner on second, and he smokes that one to left field. Gavin Frossert will cross the plate. Braves are on the board, trailing 2-1. Then second and third with nobody out. Austin Pepin is going to hit one through the drawn-in infield. Mattinen and Trevor Thorbon will dash home, and the purple and white get their first lead at 3-2. Moments later, with the bases loaded, Brett Seeger will get hit by a pitch. Gladstone will score another run, and the Braves go on to win 8-5. Gladstone's next opponent has not been determined yet, but that game will be Wednesday at 5 p.m. Meanwhile, in Division 4, district semifinals, Jeffers 8-0 over Ewan Trout Creek. Go Gibbik, no trouble with Lakeland and Humboldt 24-0. Your district champion is Jeffers, 6-1 over the Miners. Also in D4, North Dickinson 8, Lance 2, Norway 13, Bark River Harris 2, and your district champion is Norway, taking that one 8-1. So it will be Jeffers against Norway next Wednesday at Suburban Felch, 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 Central Time. Eastern UP, Rudyard downs Newberry 8-5, Pickford all over Brimley 11-0, and Pickford wins this district title by the score of 16-5. Over the Bulldogs. Turning to softball, a District 3 semifinal between Gladstone and Sheboygan, and pow, that would be Lauren Sundquist, a 3-run homer in the third inning, and the Braves would have a 3-0 lead. Touch 'em all? Yeah, why not? How about Lauren Perry? She will hit a solo home run, and that will give Gladstone a 4-0 advantage over the Chiefs. And Lauren Sundquist will come into the batter's box a little bit later, and as Lauren Sundquist has been known to do this year, guess what? Yep, that's a base hit, and that would just get everything going on. Tia Schoen put it to bed with her 15th strikeout of the game. Gladstone took this one by the score of 6-0. And the other games in that district, Menominee defeated Manistee 12-3, and then Gladstone defeated Menominee 15-0. Division 4, Gogebic 19, Forest Park 7, Ironwood 18, Ontonagon 6, and Gogebic all over Ironwood in the district final 13-0. Lakeland and Hubble defeated Lance 15-1, and the Lakes also defeated Hancock 9-5, just 3 teams in that district. Over in Gwin, Rapid River dropped the Model Towners 15-7, Superior Central over Ishpeming 8-7, and Superior Central wins this one over Rapid River 19-1. Elsewhere, North Dickinson 25-0 over Kearney Natal, Norway 19-0 over Stevenson, and Norway takes care of the Nordics 13-0 for that title as well. Let us turn to golf. The Upper Peninsula Division II golf finals today took place at the Oak Crest Golf Club in Norway. A couple of team battles were very close. We caught up with the boys on the par 4 10th hole. Pretty straight layout, but there is a valley in the middle. Dallas DiBernardi of Norway with a putt. You'll quickly figure out that most of the time you're watching, the putts will go from left to right. He had a 90. Move up a couple groups, the Jeffers hockey player Benton Ryala didn't want a downhill putt coming. That worked well. He was 11th with an 86. Also in this group, one of the MHSAA Scholarship Award winners, Joshua Gaunt of Dollar Bay, delicate chip, nicely done, tied for 9th with an 84. Tucker Rutledge of Pickford is next. He knew where he had to hit the ball, did it with authority, not too far away, and a good shot overall. Owen Keno of Stevenson has been very consistent this season. This putt, similar to many others, a little bit short. He would tap in from there. Keno was the medalist today with a 71. He won by 6 shots over Jeffers' Griffin Heinonen. Hancock's Jackson Sinkowski is next. He's going to roll in a putt from definitely more than 5 feet. He finished 3rd with a 78. Go down the pole ball. Thank you very much. On the board, Hancock wins with a 324. Jeffers just 2 shots back. Then it was Cedarville Detour, Ironwood, and Newberry. Individually, it was Keno, Heinonen, Sinkowski. Kirby Strom of Hancock was tied for 4th with Carter Dietzman of Munising. Both had 79s. To the girls, found some on the 5th hole, and that is a par 5. Newberry's Sydney Duflo has a short putt, and it slides by the hole. Wasn't too thrilled about that, but she did get the put back. She's only a freshman, so she will learn this does get a little bit easier with more experience. Next, Cheyenne Palzowitz rolls in a putt. She was 4th with a 108. Next to her, St. Ignace's Macy Becker, not quite on this attempt. She was 6th with a 114. Ironwood's Bree Delich with a gentle chip. Ball stops in a convenient spot. She was tied for 8th with a 116. And here's your medalist, McKenna Smith of Cedarville Detour. She recorded a 101. On the board here, Newberry, your winner. 3 shots better than Stevenson, followed by Munising, St. Ignace, and Jeffers. Individually, it was Smith. Grace Schultz of Norway was next. Blair Mackey of Newberry. Cheyenne Pelowitz of Stevenson, and Briley Smith of Cedarville Detour. And we will be right back.
Now at Hardee's, My Rewards members get their favorite thirst quencher for just $1, like new handcrafted peach tea and peach lemonade, or any cup of Hardee's ice cold goodness for just $1 when you order on the app.
PTSD isn't something that is just going to go away on its own.
Treatment works. It helps.
There's no shame in treatment.
Just do it. Your world will be so different afterwards.
It's a warrior sickness. It's not a coward sickness.
Never too late.
I guarantee you it'll help you.
It will change your life.
It turned my life around.
You can find peace.
I never thought I could feel this good.
Walk through those doors, take the step.
Go get help. It's the best and bravest thing you could ever do.
Treatment works.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
How to raise children.
Get out of here!
Daughter,
Goldfish? Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ MeTV.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Hardee's charbroiled Frisco burger on toasted sourdough and signature mushroom Swiss burger. Fan favorites for over 30 years and counting. Served with 100% Angus beef. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Final look at your forecast as you continue to plan your weekend. We know there's warmer temperatures coming, but for the weekend we are going to still be fairly seasonal, maybe even a little bit below average at times. This air quality warning, we're still getting the effects of the smoke from the Canadian wildfires, and that's also bringing some colder temperatures. That's why we're going to be a little chilled this weekend. And this warning is until tomorrow morning for some of us, ends at midnight for other places. But just plan on taking it easy, especially if you have any respiratory issues. Make sure to keep windows closed tonight. That's a really important thing. Tomorrow we will have the sunshine, but it may still look a little bit hazy tomorrow, into the lower 70s for some places. And as we head through the next 7 days, we know the weekend a little bit chilled. We have lots of sunshine June 1st on Sunday and the first few days of June. Monday close to 80 degrees, and we have a few clouds to deal with. Clouds will start to thicken midweek as we get a few more showers and cooler temperatures.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally tonight, Accelerate UP and the Lake Superior Community Partnership held a ribbon-cutting ceremony today for Great Lakes Glass and Calibration. The glass shop is celebrating its move to a new facility, which features a full-service auto glass shop, mobile repair services, and residential window repair. Owner Zach Cantola is grateful for the community support.
We've had a great turnout. Our community support has been excellent. You know, we've constantly been busy. And we just thank everybody for coming here, and it's been great, and we're very proud.
After the ceremony, the glass shop offered tours of their facility. Mike, anything else?
Tigers 7, Kansas City 5, Christian Yelich 2 homers for the Brewers, 6-2 over Philadelphia. Track finals in Kingsford Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central Time.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
'19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, we've got dynamic duos.
To be in the midst of so much goodness.
Their couple goals, Sterling K. Brown and Ryan Michelle Buffet.
You might get just